Now to Dedham, Massachusetts, where defendant Karen Reed is back in court for a status hearing. Her murder trial ended in a mistrial earlier this month after the jury came back deadlocked on whether or not she fatally struck her Boston police officer boyfriend John O'Keefe with her vehicle. The Commonwealth has stated their intention to retry this case, but the defense says 2 of the 3 charges, second-degree murder and leaving the scene of a personal injury and death, should be dropped after they say several jurors have allegedly come forward to say that they unanimously reached a not guilty verdict on those charges, but didn't let the court know. Let's get you back into the courtroom now. We're starting it with the beginning of that hearing that happened at 2 o'clock today.
Open, you may be seated.
Judge, 22117 versus Karen Reed. Can I have counsel identify themselves? I overcome.
Admiral for the Commonwealth. Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Good morning. Good afternoon, Mr. Miller.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Laura McLaughlin for the Commonwealth.
Good afternoon, Mr. McLaughlin.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Martin Weinberg, appearing on behalf of Karen Reed.
Good afternoon, Mr. Weinberg. It's nice to see you.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Dina Giannetti for Karen Reed.
Good afternoon, Ms. Giannetti. Good afternoon, Ms. Reed. All right, so the case is scheduled today for trial assignment, and what I'd like to do is to get 3 dates. I'm aware that a motion to dismiss has been filed. I'd like to get a quick date on that, and I'm glad you're here, Mr. Weinberg, because I'd like it to be with your schedule. Then we need a trial date, and we need a final trial conference. So I was thinking on the motion to dismiss, can we do it a week from Friday? It would be for oral argument only.
From the defendant's perspective, yes, Your Honor.
All right, I think that's August 2nd, Mr. Clerk.
I'm going to be out of state. I return on August 3rd.
Okay. August 9th? Are you available? 2 o'clock. Are you available, Mr. Weinberg, on August 9th? Mr. Lally, is the Commonwealth available on August 9th?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so that's for oral argument only, okay?
2 p.m.
2 p.m. All right, so given the schedule, and I assume whatever I end up doing on the motion to dismiss will be appealed, in an effort to make sure we have plenty of time, I would like to schedule the jury trial on January 27th. Is the Commonwealth available?
That's fine, Your Honor.
Mr. Giannetti?
That should be fine.
Okay, so January 27th for trial. And let's do the final trial conference the week of the 13th or even the week of the 6th. Do you have the calendar, Mr. Clerk, or any of those days?
Yeah, there's nothing, just not the 9th or the 16th, but all the days are open.
Okay.
Your Honor, the only caveat, I don't have anything on the 27th. I'm clear for that day, but for the fact that I have a Superior Court trial scheduled to begin in Essex County on January 13th. There are multiple...
How long do you expect it to take?
That's what I was getting to. That could take longer than 2 weeks. I'm happy to have this case take priority over that, but that's...
No, we'll hold it for you day to day if need be, and I can contact the Essex Superior Court judge once you know who he or she is.
Yeah, that's not ideal. In terms of preparing for trial, I can't do 2 or 3 week Superior Court trial and then jump into this case. I can't do that.
Okay. So what are you telling me? You just said you're willing to make this a priority, so we'll stick with the 27th?
Well, okay. Well, why don't we do this? Let's put it on for the 27th. Let me see if I can make peace in Essex County, and then on the next date when we come back for oral argument, if I can readdress the court on that issue.
Okay, I'm happy to talk to Judge McCarthy, who's the garage up there, about this.
It's yeah, okay, that's great.
All right, so let's set it for the 27th. And why don't we do the 14th for final trial conference?
And the 14th at 9 or 2?
2.
2.
If it turns out that we have, in excess of 35 or whatever motions in limine still at that point, let us know and we will try and get the whole day. Okay? All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All lines to the board, please.
Short and sweet, and we have a trial date for the retrial of Karen Reed in the case against her for the death of Boston police officer John O'Keefe. January 27th of next year is when these parties have agreed to come back to the courtroom and do it again. But the big date that we just heard is the oral argument is going to be on August 14th. So a week from Friday is what the judge was trying to get, but it looks like they landed on rather August 9th, not August 14th. My apologies. Let me bring back in Franz Borchardt, who is standing by, criminal defense attorney and prosecutor. Oral arguments, Franz, in the motion to dismiss. So it's sitting here hanging out. They're still going to put a trial date on the calendar, but that motion to dismiss could change everything.
Well, and what she said is very poignant. What the judge said was very poignant. No matter who wins that motion to dismiss, there will be an appeal. And she spaced out the trial date long enough to where they can address that. A higher court's going to be the one to make a final decision on this. My prediction is that oral arguments will not be enough. If you're going to grant the dismissal, you've got to have a full-blown hearing where you actually put live jurors on. It may be an in-camera, closed-off court hearing, but to rely on the affidavits alone, I don't think that will get it done. So I'm anticipating that oral argument may morph into something else.
I am thinking about Murdaugh and what we saw following Alec Murdaugh's conviction, and then the uproar from his attorneys about jurors saying that they were influenced by the clerk of court. Eventually, the judge brought in each and every juror and in open court asked them questions about what they were influenced by. Different situation, though, because we had allegations of misconduct. We don't have that here. To your point, what you said earlier, Franz, about the oral, rather this being about the law and what the law is in Massachusetts, is there a situation where we may not bring in these jurors at all, may not pay attention to that affidavit because it could fail on just what is the rule in Massachusetts?
Well, that is where it gets very interesting. The judge may say, well, we don't need to interview these jurors because you waived your right to this dismissal by not polling the jury. You didn't say boo one about it on the record. You didn't ask for it. I didn't deny it. Because that's their big problem, right? The judge didn't quote unquote deny it. It was never asked for. Is it waived? Now, the law in Massachusetts seems to indicate that she could have done it on her own. The judge could have done it on her own. Whether or not she has to or not, she's going to make that decision, and then a higher court's going to review that. You may even see her rule that they waived it, and a higher court says, no, they didn't waive it, and remand it back to the trial court to have a hearing. The point is, that January date is not carved in stone.
You are right. So much still ahead in this case, but we are going to continue to follow all of the developments.